Magic, and this year's theme is Aura for Aura. What energy are you giving off? What energy are you receiving? That's exactly what we're going to be discussing, and of course, making sure that we understand our energy, what energy it is we have in the first place. Enjoy. Mr. Oladipupo Ogunseya. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that right. Oladipupo Ogunseya, all right, great. If he's in the building, please can he raise his hand? Please let's give him a round of applause. Now he's going to be talking about networking in your aura. Please let's give him a round of applause as he comes off stage.
Key things I would like to just speak to this afternoon, which is my topic, is on networking. And one key thing that, so I'll just be speaking very, I have just 2 minutes? 5. Oh, 5? Oh, wow, you guys are very generous. So I'll just have minutes to speak about networking. So I'm just going to say 3 key things that people need to look at when it comes to networking, especially at an event like this. So when we come for events like this, we know we already have a back of our mind, we're coming to network, but I'm very sure that I speak for quite a number of people who are shy, who, when you say things like, why shall I shy? They're asking you, oh, I'm a shy person, I don't know how to network, and that's totally okay. I mean, society has designed these people or labeled these people to be, they can't network or something. But I've only good news. Even if you're a shy person, you're an introvert, you're an extroverted chill person, you still can network. And the key thing you need to know, or the key thing you need to understand, is that to network with anybody, virtually anybody, you need to first see that they're a human being. Now, anybody you want to network with, you need to understand that they're a human being. And networking with anybody, talking to anybody, trying to get to know anybody, building a relationship with anybody, from the prism or from the mindset that they are just another human being, helps you understand that they have emotions, they have interests, they have values, they have a persona, they have the way they look, they have the way they speak, they have things that they are involved in. So when you see that the next person you're looking to network with, the next person you're looking to talk to, the next person you're looking to build a relationship with, is a human being, every other thing, relating with them from that mindset falls into place, because you're not seeing them as just, I want to network with them, you're seeing them that this is a human being. And when it comes to dealing with humans, the first key thing is you understand that they have an appearance. And this is one thing I say to people, you need to look at what's the fastest icebreaker or the fastest opener when it comes to networking with anybody. Speed networking, organized networking, unscheduled networking. You need to think of the fastest opener. And when it comes to openers, you look at how do they look, what's their name, what have they been involved in. And I say this all the time. When it comes to networking, you have to be intentional, especially if you're an introvert or if you're a reserved person. You need to have researched who you want to network with. So I'm very sure that for an event like this, you may not know who and who is coming, so it might be a bit difficult. But I mean, when I came around, I think someone was introduced as a lawyer. So if you want to network with a lawyer, you can just look at him and say, oh, I love your car. It's very beautiful. I'm very sure that if you look at this young man, you can tell where that car, the part of the country that car is from. Am I correct? So that's a good opener for you. Oh, I love your car. Is this from the north? And I'm sure that because they're human beings, they want to have conversations. And that's why we mention of that. People are human beings. So because people are human beings, they want to have conversations. They want to gist, they want to talk. But they want to talk about they themselves. Because they're humans. As humans, we're inherently selfish. which means that we want to talk about ourselves. So if you want to network with anybody, don't try to talk about yourself, try to talk about them. That's the second thing, because they are human beings. Try to talk about them. So give them compliments, offer that compliment, like he is, who is a lawyer. You look at him, you look at his car, you say, oh, I love your art. Is this from Dainway? Is it from Mafadi? Oh, and then some people, you ask them, oh, I love your shirt. They tell you, I bought it for 800 million naira. Some people are like that. So if he's that kind of person, the best thing is going to tell you the origin of that car, what happened to the car, how he got the car, where he got the car from, and many other things like that. So pretty much, two key things. We need to understand that these people are human beings. The next person you want to network with is a human being. You need to understand that as a human being, they are inherently selfish and want to talk about themselves. So don't try to go talk about yourself. I mean, you meet someone randomly here and then you want to start bombarding them. Oh, I'm a fashion designer, I'm a realtor, I'm selling a house, I'm a videographer, I'm a creative designer, I'm a this, I'm a that. Stop it. You'll never get across to that person. Talk about them, really focus on them, and then do something to close that conversation. And which is something people think about networking and they want to spend so much time to network at an event or even at any place. You need to understand that you have just a few minutes, maximum 2-3 minutes. Have short conversations that are meaningful and leave an impact. Leave a memory or an impact. That's the final thing. Leave a memory or an impact. You meet someone here, have a conversation with them that makes them remember you. So if you reach out to them via email or via text or via phone number.
So much. I am so grateful to everyone that came, and especially because you came in time. And when the devil tried to reign, but Jesus is King. Thank you so much. And yes, I'm a little bit tense right now, but we are definitely starting. We're starting. So we are going to be rushing you back to back. Alright, I want to say hello to everyone on the item. Thank you so much, Zuma. I am honored to have you here. As we go ahead, I want us to have a minute to pay respect to someone that was at the last touches with Mema, who happened to be my uncle, but he lost his life about a month ago. So if you could join me to stand up for about 10 seconds as we respect his soul. Alright, so I want to say Prince Akinipa was an amazing man. He was a Muslim and he loved me so much and he always supported everything I do, and this is just me praying for his soul. So 10 seconds. Thank you. Thank you. May God accept our prayers in the name of Allah. Please have a seat and thank you for honoring me and enjoy the party.
Please let's give her a round of applause. Alright, moving on to the next item on our events list. We have another talk session, and this is going to be by Mr. Deshino Ogunlano. He's going to be talking about understanding life and living in your aura. Please let's give Mr. Deshino Ogunlano a round of applause. Just keep clapping till he gets it. Keep clapping. Don't stop. Keep clapping. Thank you.
So it's going to I have to sit down because I have to ask him questions around it. If you give us about 5 minutes, let me just sit. Oh, okay. Alright, so I'm going to be asking him some questions. But before then, we need Ms. Raquel to come and announce to everyone what we have there for food, because I understand a lot of people have been here for a while. So he's going to do that. Thank you.
Hello everyone, good evening. You're looking very good. Okay, so I'm here just to make you a little bit more comfortable with refreshments and all of that. So we have, I believe this is on every table here. If you don't have this on your table, kindly signify to any of the ushers and they'll get this to you. So this is all what we have in store for you today. And the ushers will be going around to give you your access cards. And if you don't have an access card, kindly reach out to me. I'll be moving around gently so as not to disturb the session. Kindly reach out to me and I'll get you your access card. Also, if you need to make extra purchase for any and everything we have here, we have Mema Naira. That's what we use to buy. So you still see me for the transaction. I'll explain in detail when we see. So I'll be somewhere in the background. Alright? Or you can signal any of the ushers. They're hanging around. Thank you and enjoy your evening.
Thank you, everyone. Hello, sir. Good evening, sir. And thank you so much for honoring our invitation. Mr. Kevin, did you read this file already? Oh, okay. Let me do the honors of reading it in case everyone will know the majesty of the person seated in front of us. Alright. Hello, everyone. So, Mr. Adeshina Ogunlano, who is the founder of the Scribbler Journal, he was born in 1964. His first degree was in English, University of Ife, 1985. He had a master's in law at LASU, and he was qualified in 1996, Nigeria Law School. He's the author of 4 law books and a publisher of this Squib magazine. Former chairman of the Nigerian Bar Association, and is chairman of Radical Agenda Movement in the NBA. And it is my honor to have you, sir.
Thank you.
Alright, so our session today would be on understanding life and living in your aura. And I'm very intentional about every speaker that I here, and literally everybody that is here. So I understand that Mr. Ogunlano has had his special trials and tribulation in his legal and personal life journey. So just for us to be able to learn how best to move a true life, because I'm sure a lot of us here are young. I want
for criminality, but for standing up to what I believe, essentially I'm anti-establishment, and I'm very proud of that. There's nothing that the establishment in Nigeria is. If you are a youth and you want to comply with the establishment in Nigeria, I'm sorry to say you are a fool, because your future is already compromised. As I survived that, and with the leadership of the NPA, I'm there, I was there. There was a challenge to that leadership. I'm currently still facing trial of the EFCC for about 5 years. I'm not out yet. I'm not down there. So it's been there, well, since 50, there have been leading health challenges, but then that's to be expected when you are 60. And I intend to die at 117.
So why 117?
117.
Why?
And because I was having my children late on life.
Oh.
So I want to be there for them. When I got 117, the youngest will be 61.
That would be good. So I like the fact that you started with what you went through as a student, and you literally lived your life as an affront to the normal establishment. Not because you like to fight, but because you don't want to accept what you don't see as abnormal. And that means that, would you say you obviously have found peace with living that way?
Yeah, not only peace, joy. I'm excited. It's my life.
But then there are also times it gets tiring to always wake up to stand for your rights, stand for yourself. Do you ever feel that way?
No. Get that. That's my nature. It's the nature of Iran to the headquarters. It's the nature of the bed person.
Okay. Well, based on like the realities of this economy, for example, during exams, a lot of youths, like you advised, stood up for the right cause and they lost their life in the right cause. What would you say that was good? Not that they get, like the fact that they stood, but it cost them their life. Would you say they possibly found peace there if it was you, if you were them?
You see, life that was being realistic.
Yeah.
You can't make homeless without breaking heads. Accidents will happen. Fatalities will happen. When you confront, you must expect reprisals. And was it a law of science that action and reaction are equal and opposite? Yeah. But you will know that I was lead counsel for the instance at the Lagos State.
And yeah, I know also because I was literally one of the people that started EBSAS in 2020. I literally slept at House of Assembly for the 3 days when we started. But since then, I have not been able to bring myself to see the videos of EBSAS, Rosca. I literally just had to switch that off because I feel like it breaks me every time. As people ask me, oh, are you joining the next protest? I think the next protest is good. We need to keep going, but I cannot mentally, psychologically, emotionally afford it. So a part of me kind of feel responsible for EBSAS. So does that?
Listen,
Yeah.
life must be meaningful. And like you said, it doesn't have to be long. And let me tell you,
Yeah.
your impact in life, your legacies are not what the most Africans think. Houses, children, you know. When you ask of someone like Papa who knows, who are his children? It's free education. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
So it doesn't have to be a long life. It doesn't have to be a defined
It
life.
must be a life of impact.
Yeah.
Positive impact on people. And occasionally, these things will happen. Mandela he spent 27 years in prison. When he came out, he already had prostate cancer. He sacrificed his life. What's important? A better South Africa, at least in this lifetime.
Please put your hands together for Brown County. I really appreciate his doggedness, and because like I met Barrister Bulano through a friend of his, and the first definition they gave him was he goes to win everything he believes in, and he fights passionately. He's into law, not for the money. I think that's very ideal, but yeah, he's still into not for the money, but for the passion. And it speaks to us as people. I really feel like a lot of people find it easy to conform. And if there's anything you probably have learned from this one few minutes of talk is to know that yes, just like Bryce Abulano, you want to live long, so like 120 years old.
You are 70.
117. Okay. 117. My dad lived till 96, so I believe him. So you want to live so impactfully, you want to plan to live long. However, you also should be ready to die for what you believe in responsibly.
Not only that, for my children to go to prison for the right cause. Yes, look, let me tell you.
If I'm gonna die now, say excuse me.
That's why I've been indoctrinating my children. Look, let me tell you something.
Okay, well what?
Like I went after that.
Alright, yeah, we have 3 minutes. Well, yeah, let's go.
Yes, your doctrines or your deity that you worship, that you are into.
Yes.
Literally just a religion. If you don't pass on the mysteries of that to your children, it will die out.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't want my legacy to be ruined by my biological children. We must continue. And one of the best parents in the world is Fela Anikulapo for that matter.
Okay, but is it my final question to you?
Yes.
Just a deviation. There is a line between the legacy you want for your children and the legacy your children choose. Because my dad used to say that when your parents give birth to you, it is your responsibility to rebirth yourself. So, for example, you want to, like, my mom, I'm sure she doesn't want me to be naked when ready, but I decide because of who I'm supposed to be. So there's a thin line between, yes, you have indoctrinated them, but you also have to be able to allow them to be. Do you agree?
Yes, but then let me tell you something. If you are properly indoctrinated, somebody said, if you give a Loyola Catholic, that's a college, but it's called Loyola, the Jesuits. Give them a child of the first 5 years of his life, he will remain a Catholic. I tend to do that with my children, right? It's a good thing. They may choose not to do it as fully as me, but this country needs to be redeemed. What do you mean?
I agree, and maybe we'll definitely bring Pastor Mano back to the stage because he's burning to talk. But please put your hands together.
From Leone to Senegal, from Senegal to Gambia, from Gambia to Mali, from Mali to Burkina Faso, from Burkina Faso to Ivory Coast, from Ivory Coast to Ghana, from Ghana, I came to Nigeria. And we did all these by land, through sea, by foot, through the forest, looking for refuge. Now, I'm not saying this because I'm in Nigeria here today or I have an affiliation with Nigeria. I'm not saying that. But Nigerians are very, very, extremely receptive. All the countries we stopped in, we managed to live a bit in Ghana, and that was where the hardship started. We stopped in Ghana because the United Nations High Commission for Refugees had established a refugee camp in Ghana. But then we were not allowed to go into Accra. So we had this refugee status, written all over us. We could not work, we could not do anything. But the refugees who were in Nigeria, there was a kind of different lifestyle. And when those refugees leave Ogun State, Orukam, and they come into Ghana, the refugee camp in Ghana, we're all like, wow, these other refugees different though. They had access to jobs, they had access to go to school, they had access to mingle with Nigerians without being biased. And then I thought to myself, I was at the age of 13, and I said, I must see this Nigeria. To cut the long story short, I came to Nigeria as a teenager, and I saw hell. So I came to Nigeria with no bearing, no hope, no future, no expectation. But there was something inside of me that knew that I didn't want to stay on a refugee camp in Ghana because of the kind of lifestyle and the way we were limited because of the civil war. So when I came to Nigeria, it was terrible. What I had in mind was to come and at least go to the embassy. Then the embassy was situated at Victoria Island in Ibejo. Unfortunately for me, I didn't know that the embassies had been moved from Lagos to Abuja. And then I got stranded as a teenager. I slept on the streets of Lagos. I slept in VI. I slept on the bridges in Obalende. That one I know for sure. The UBA under Obalende Bridge. When I usually give this testimony, I tell people my apartment was there. I was living under the bridge in Obalende, on the UBA. Night in, night out, I would sleep in people's shops just so that there is the covering over there. Really, because every time I get to this point, I get a bit emotional. But yeah, I slept on the streets of Lagos. I had no home, I had no future, I had no hope. And then I had a friend. She kept on encouraging me, and all she told me was, come on girl, I have a suggestion for you. Just, please get me some tissue. Just go ahead and become a house help because I couldn't even speak English. I mean, if you've ever encountered in Liberia, you know that our accent is not the best, right? So even when I speak, people will have to be quiet to listen to me to know what I'm saying. So it was difficult to get a job. At that time, I was 14. Imagine your teenage sister or child being on the streets of Lagos at that age. So my friend advised that I become a house help, and that was the only solution at that point because I needed just two things: to eat and have a shelter. I encountered every form of molestation you can ever imagine: sexual, physical, emotional, any form of abuse you can imagine. I was raped several times by adults, talks. I'm not ashamed now because there is a position where I am, and I know that when I say these things, I am encouraging at least one or two people. You know, there's a set time for everything, and I think the time to share the story is now because it's a level where God has placed me, and I am proud to say I have done well. So I moved on to being a nanny, and I thought, oh, that was the end of the molestation. The things you see in home videos, or God trying to trace, long story short, I experienced all those sort of things. Madam flogging you for just breaking a glass cup and all that. It was a fog of war. And then along the line, with my little resilient spirit, I didn't even know what I was doing, but I was just there doing my job, working, smiling, being happy for being a nanny or a house girl. And then I met someone who changed my life. God used him to change my life. And he came, no, not my husband, my adopted father. The last family I lived with or I worked for, he was like a bond to that family. And then every time he visits, he sees me working so tirelessly, and he got interested in knowing who I was. And then I told him my name. He had worked with my uncle at Citibank before the war. So he had traveled to Kenya, Liberia, Africa, working with my uncle. And he asked me, "Are you related to Hedrick?" I said, "Yes, sir." He said, "What are you doing here?" And then I narrated the story. Then he asked my mother, "What's your plan for this child's life?" And that one was like, she's working. I mean, what's the big deal? She's doing her work, and there's really no plan. And he said, "I'm going to pray about this girl. And whatever the Holy Spirit tells me is what I'm going to do for her." He's a reverend. And it was like that dream, as it states in the Bible. He came back 2 weeks later and said God told him that the biological daughter he does not have, that's me. And everything about my life is now on his head. And that was the end of my suffering in Nigeria. He took me into his family, into his home. He homeschooled me. He took me, he got me life coach to bring back my self-esteem. He taught me about resilience. He taught me about forgiveness. He taught me about being, loving again. He did a lot. That's why I said Nigerians are wonderful people. And I'm grateful to God that today, he did so much to the extent that he homeschooled me and I was able to get admission into the university. I went to the University of Lagos. I studied and I got married. He gave me house in marriage. I currently run a business that is doing so well. I am a gospel artist. I sing. I have a couple of songs I've released. And I'm grateful to God for being here. And I'm grateful to God for giving me that resilient spirit. So I just want to encourage you, no matter what you go through in life, you may have no hope, you may have no bearing, but remain resilient. And the choices you make in life, I hate it when people say I had no choice. There's always a choice. I had the choice to go into prostitution, but I said no. So there is always a choice, and it's right in front of you. So whatever choice you make, whether in your life, in your business, always think about the future, because whatever choice you make today, the consequences lie ahead of you. So thank you so much for having me. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Are we going to represent the level of risk that will come from that relationship? So when we talk about putting proper legal structures in your business,
the business you're doing, the people you're engaging, the customers you're going to be serving, the employees who are going to be working with you, and then put proper structures that helps protect you and protect your business. I do not have enough time. I think I'm going to just stop here. But you can follow me on Instagram at the Barinada Legal. Can I spell? The Barinada is B-C of course, C-H-E, then B-A-R-I-N-A-A. And there on Facebook. Or you can use the hashtag Legal Sense. Legal as an L-E-G-A, then Sense, right? All of my posts on Facebook have that hashtag. So if you use that hashtag to just search on Facebook, you will find content that will help you.
Do some of these courses. So after the program, learning that, oh my God, to do the course, I think it was discounted at the time. Yeah?
The cost was 500, but on that day,
because when you went from the idea of the difference of the value that you want to get, you are limiting yourself. When you don't have it, calm down and think about what you can have in the same environment. So thank you so much, Brenda.
Thank you.
I do not take you for granted. And just like I said, everyone here is like somebody that means so much to me. It was not random. And definitely, I really want to present you an award of excellent impact.
And my handle is Takumaro Pictures, just in case you want to check my house out. So I want to thank Wema for bringing me up here today. Today I'd like to exhibit this my latest project, my latest body of work. It is titled Yesterday's Nirvana. So this project it's about remembering childhood, going back to childhood as an adult. I feel most of us we can relate with the idea that adulthood is a scam. We know what that's about because we feel like what we imagine as children isn't what we are facing as adults. So I think we can relate. And getting to my late 20s, I think it is something I've been concerned about. It's something I've been constantly thinking about over and over. So I thought of I thought of a way to put this in an artistic form and make it into a visual statement. Because like the first guy, I'm an introvert, so I'm not really outspoken. I don't really know how to deliver articulate speeches. So I think I can do better with my pictures, which was why I decided to put this into pictures. So the project, I decided to bring a couple of them, 3 of them over. And I have some of them in a virtual art space, which I'll be sharing some flyers. And you can just scan the barcode, the QR code. So once you scan the QR code, it will take you to a virtual art room where you'll be able to view the remaining pictures, the remaining artworks. Thank you so much.
This guy, what's he feeling like for these people that are just managing in Nigeria? Yes, I'm here and I will just say something about my life generally and about my journey. So my name is Timmy Sinclair, but everybody knows me as Tricky T, the guy that was on Big Brother a couple of years ago. And I am grateful for that platform because it has helped me. If not for anything, I'm not standing here today. But lately, I have been on a journey. You know, at times in life, you think you want something so bad, and then you get it, and you're like, this is what I really wanted. You know, before being a public figure, I didn't know. I was like, you know, if people know me, if I get popular, you know, and then it happened. And after some time, you just get tired of it. Honestly, you be like, you know, I just want to go and be a regular person, like just want to wake up in the morning, like how my life was, just take a stroll and go and buy a car and bread on the street, you know. I do that at times, even though it has ups and downs. So yes, and like I was saying, because I've been doing a lot of deep thinking, and I'm at a point where I'm trying to not just be a public figure, but to be able to do something with myself, or something other than myself, or it's my time. Almost okay. You have a question for me? Well, I'm in middle of my speech. Oh, all right. So, in two minutes. And that is, calling you. Yes, and lately I'm trying to be more Nigerian, you know. Like, how do I put this? We all have plans to Japan, you know. Yeah.
Do we all have plans?
But
No. Say you speak for yourself.
But
Okay.
no, if I wanted to Japan, I would have done that.
Obviously, he's rich.
Yeah.
So rich.
That's like that.
His class was the type of coming here. I definitely could not afford it. Please help me appreciate it. Thank you so much, sir.
I still do not have all the details, but I am privy to some of the footsteps they took to get there. And by the way, let me assure you that I didn't take any of it. Yes. The way I reason about this being a very poor decision on the part of government, and probably a robbery.
In whatever you're doing, what's most important is for you to understand where you're going. But what is more important than understanding where you're going is understanding where you're coming from. And the problem with what's that? Yes, sir. And the problem with Africans is we never think about where we're coming from. We think more about where we think we're going. And more often than not, we don't get to where we think we're going. And I'll tell you another thing. You see, why people remain poor is not because they lack, but principally because they don't know how to make use of poverty. No pastor will tell you that, can I show you? No imam will. The idea is, if you have 100,000, for instance, but this man's millionaires. If you have 100,000, for instance, and you keep looking at someone that has 20 million, you will never live with the 100,000, nor will you live with the 2 million. You will keep living a dream that you never achieve. So first of all, live within your means of 100,000 and move towards million, 5 million, 10 million, 20 million. I don't know why she brought me out to talk. I ain't living by talking. But I also don't come out because I'm a very shy person. I'm a very, very shy person actually. But I was born in front of a camera. And I have lived with the microphone all my life. While by traditional, while I know we live up to 117, I have plans for living to 120. Now, how am I sure I'm going to do that? There are a lot of things that would make you not to live long, especially in this part of the world. But you must learn to overcome them so that you can have your birthday celebrated. I am 60 years old. I still have 60 more years to live. Therefore, I'm just about beginning my life. Life doesn't begin at 40, it begins at 60. By sign on? So it begins at 60. Another point I want to make is, I love what I'm saying. I don't know how Mema succeeded in bringing this number of people here who have a lot of things to do on a Sunday evening. Is it that she's a witch? Or she's a magician? Because for her to keep me here till now is a problem. But I will stay. Not necessarily because of her low coat, which she painted white, whatever it is, but principally because of her smile. Now, of course, you know there's a problem now, what you call an oxymoron, or an ambiguity, while people with gray hairs want to turn it to black. And then people with black hair want to turn it to gray. I don't know why. But that's their business. And there is another problem I see these days. You know, in those days, if you had that out hair or more stick hair, you know, people ran away from you. But nobody now wants to be doing that. And it becomes a fad. I don't know. But maybe because I was born at a time when people were much more realistic than they are now. Sadly though, things are so bad. But that's why being in a place like this is amazing. Because I'm meeting so many people who are too serious about what they're doing. I'm never serious.
Not only in troubles and troubled waters that lawyers fish and work. As she has shown us that lawyers do other things than fish in troubled waters. I think those who are receiving this award, they are more than two.
I got everything I wanted, not what you think. And if I'm being honest, it might be a nightmare to everyone in my view. Thought I could fly high, but I still couldn't go. Nobody cried, nobody will notice my nightmare to everyone like you. I had a dream, I got everything I wanted, and when I wake up I see you with me. And you said, as long as I'm here, no one can hurt you. Don't wanna lie here, but you can hurt too. If I could change the way that you see yourself, don't wanna lie here, but don't do it again? Would I do it again? If I knew what we say would go straight to my head, wouldn't this stay there? If I knew it again, would I do it again? Would I do it again? If I knew what to say would go straight to my head, Lord, stay. Wait, DJ, say about me. So darling, darling, would you stay by me? So darling, would you stay by me? Oh darling, no, yeah. Stay by me, stay by me. When the night that we look upon should stumble and fall, and the moon is the only light we'll see. No, I won't be afraid. No, I won't shed a tear. Just as long as you stay by me. Let's sing together. So darling, darling, will you? Stand by me, stand by me. So darling, 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 would you stand by me? So darling, would you stand by me? Oh darling, stand by me. You should know this one. You're way too beautiful, girl. The only one to do it to girl. You have me suicidal, suicidal. You say it's over, then I'll be beautiful, girl. They only want to do it to the. You have me suicidal, suicidal. You say it's over, beautiful girl. They only wanna do it to the. You have me suicidal, suicidal. You say it's over. Thank you.
The piece I'm gonna be performing today is titled Wedding Night. Wedding Night is spelled. Your night just add K to it as a night. It sounds superfluous. This piece is meant to be a vow on your wedding day. For those of you who are married, congratulations. I'm really happy for you. Envision your wedding day and you getting the opportunity to make the vow you were able to make. And for those of you who are single, I'm very sorry. All right. Hey love, I'll kiss you for the first time, pretending it's our first. Let the crowd gaze and sing our praise. Only that it's our wedding night. It all seems irreplaceable and passionately real. But all of these cameras and big eyes stealing the enthusiasm and zest away. Hey my love, annoyance and jealousy. Hey love, tonight is our wedding night. We'll bask in the warmth of each other's arms, speak languages not like Spanish or Chinese, but languages only our bodies will comprehend. I know lovers usually spend the night making love to one another, but that's too dreary for a night. Instead, we would lay bare in the boat of our honey and let love do the writing. Hey love, we'll stay woke to the next morning, only to start our wedding all over again. But this time, it will be me and you, making the vows and tying the knots, feeding my eyes, gluing them on your mesmeric skin, just to cram every detail of it. A festival of slippery pristine, I will let my hands dance to Mercury and Mars. Transcend beyond the scope of your skin, not a single finger of mine will return until drenched and fatigued. Hey love,
I'll be here if you need someone to talk to. I'll be right here if you need anything at all. If you need someone to grab you a cup of solace, a towel of repentance, or a peck of hope, if you need someone to touch your waist a little below the horizon, make you feel like a sloth throws pillows at you or lick strawberries off you. If you need someone to jump for your demons or tame your sins, if you need someone to draw you closer to heaven or somewhere near to God, if you need a hug of forgiveness, I'll be right here. I'll be your knight, your armor and your shield, your duvet when you're cold and your bikini in summer. I'll be all that you need. I'll be right here. Hey Lord, when my back is against the wall and I don't know which way leads to you, when I feel too small for my name, when the burden on my chest weighs me down, when I'm trapped in the corners of my head, when I miss you or get into trouble, when I'm drowning in the middle of the sea, when I'm alone in a deep hollow cave, I'll remember a scene from tonight and gaily shine. Hey my love, today we are tying the knots, being pronounced as husbands and wife, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better and for good, for richer and for rich, in health and in health, to love and to cherish, to not be parted by death, to uphold in this world and beyond. This you need to know, my love. I'm a very jealous lover. I'm a very jealous lover, and from this day forward, you will be mine and mine alone. No part of you is up for lease, no part of you is for grab. I'll be yours forever, just as you are mine. Hey, my love. When winter comes, slouching in with its frigid air, floating west and south, I'll kiss you. I'll kiss you into the wee hours of the night, wrap you in my fluffy arms, bury you in the warmth of my embrace. I'll be to you what shells are to mollusks. I'll be your favorite person in the world. I'll spend the rest of my life in this world just to convince you not to choose anyone but me in the next world. Hey, my love. Choosing me today as yours would be the end of struggle, and certainly isn't the inception of eternal bliss. But I promise it won't be alone. You won't be alone anymore. It won't be you alone anymore. Sipping whichever juice life throws at you, green lemonades or lemons, we'll sip it together with our honey cup.
The switch of life does not stop. The switch for life is our only hope. The life that stops moving dies. A life that switches off lights. The life that keeps moving blooms. A life that stitches blossoms. Say A while the sun blinkers. Make A while the sun lingers. Crawl when walking is hard. Walk when running is bad. Depend on yourself. You are enough. Defend yourself and become enough. Flick the switch on as long as you leave. Click the switch. Keep hope alive. Thank you so much, everyone. And it is important for me to do poetry. And this is because I really genuinely understand and know for a fact that the reason I am becoming is because of poetry. It's because I say those words, importantly to myself, more than others. So definitely tonight, I genuinely want to honor Naked Wendy because she's the reason why Rema, Thursday, everything is happening. So put your hands together for Naked Wendy. And to conclude this honor, I'm going to be calling on my uncle, Mr. Adolphe Comport. Please put your hands together for him. It is an honor honor for him to be here for me because it reminds me of my dad being here. Not because they look alike, but because, you know, he is my uncle. So I want you to present this to me on behalf of Mrs. Mewa. Yes, sir. Emma, present this to me. She wants to say it. Listen, you're right. Thank you, sir. People let me know and it goes back to the stage. So to round this event up, I want you to help me celebrate the host in the person of Kemi. People let me know for her. She did an amazing job. Thank you so much. Can you please take me to introduce yourself?
Hello everybody again, I am Kemi Michael, and no, I am not Yoruba. My full name is Akemi Yobo Michael. Yes, I'm from Akwa Ibom State. Wow, that's beautiful. It's a good thing to know that the language is not just in my village, but it's everywhere. Thank you so much. I've been so excited and honored to host this event. When she called me to tell me to host this event, I was very honored and still am honored. I talk for a living, as I like to say. I don't just do MCing, I also do voiceovers. If you need anything voiceover for your radio, TV, whatever, you can call me. And not just that, I'm a broadcast journalist as well. So yes, if you need your things put up on radio, on TV, or in the newspaper, you can hit me up. Everything media. Thank you very much.
Thank you, and I really want to appreciate Kemi because Kemi has made today very easy for me. Before I get that go ahead, she needs to do stuff, and that is really rare to find people that are self-starting. It is amazing. So, to honor Kemi, I'm going to be calling Barrister Charles come forward and kindly help me present an award of so that's appreciation to Kemi. Please put it together for Barrister Charles.
Good evening, everyone. So it's been an amazing time here today, and I'm presenting this award to Miss Kenny. Sorry, I can't pronounce that. Ken Michael. You're welcome.
Yes, thank you so much. So let me give me my vote of thanks. I'm gonna be telling people that you ready to get to me. People just get for Mrs. Olamio as she come forward to give you my vote of thanks. Thank you so much. Please clap for her, clap for her, clap for her. Ah, that's true. Alaja. Folashade Ajoke Olaniyan. Please celebrate my mother. I'm celebrating all the mothers that are present here. Everyone waiting to the end. Mrs. Yuhan. Everyone. I was not calling you mothers because yeah. But yeah, my sister, everyone here, my cousin, everyone. Thank you.
Hello. Good evening, everybody.
You not greet the photographer. You not say to the photographer.
Thank you for being with us. And we thank God that made it a day. We thank God that stand with us and be with us at this present. Thank God. We thank every one of you, and I pray that every one of you will get to this on a destination well. Thank you. You are welcome.
Like Fogger, yeah. Pull up in a beam, too much, too clean, I'm taller. Don't force her, serious and daughter, a big time player.